All right, back in Alabama. It is Friday afternoon, about 5:45, and I'm in a completely different area. Lots of good-looking hardwoods out here, and plenty of room to roam. I just pulled into this spot that I'm gonna go see how far I can walk before dark, and see if I can get any sign or any turkeys. Thought it was a tom at first. I already found a turkey and it was in the field. That's why I came here. I thought this field would be a draw to them. They got all the woods they want, and then they got these two big open fields that are not public. So as long as nobody's hunting this field too much, they would generally feel safe in here. That's weird. I just bumped two hens. Now, I don't know if I maybe spooked them earlier and didn't see them, but they were both in the treetops here and flew out over this big hollow. That's a good size rub. So what I've done is I've come up to a high elevation and came down this other ridge finger. It's a couple ridges over from where I was in view of the field. But I'm working my way down this finger back towards the creek. And the idea is to get to the end of this big long ridge finger and stand on the end of it where I can listen out across the creek bottom. I'm getting into some fresher scratch. This is really fresh. Looks like there's some more up ahead. There's a flock of them in here somewhere, and we're not far. The woods are very quiet, except for a couple squirrels behind me. The creek runs down that way somewhere. The closest I'm going to get to the creek, and the highest point near the creek that I'm going to get to, is out on the end of this ridge here. After I go over this little saddle, it'll come back up, and I'll sit up there until sunset. Woo! Well, I got the owls hooting, so I'm going to sit here and listen until they calm down, see if I hear a bird. I'm gonna head down the hill to the creek bottom and then head back towards the truck. Alright, it's real early, but I'm ready to roll. I'm here at camp with THP and my buddy Fred, who came down from Tennessee, but he's already headed out to the woods. And Zach and Ted are leaving right now. I'm leaving right now. I got a long walk in, it's over 2 miles, but I think it's a decent listening spot. We're gonna go see if we can hear a bird on the roost. I heard the first gobble. Sounded like two birds good ways down the creek. It's kind of what I suspected. It's a real low-pitched yelp. It's probably just a hen, but it's right in the hollow behind me, though. That's a hen. It yelps back at the gobbles. I've definitely got a bird or two to the west up on the ridge, or maybe past the ridge. And then I've got at least one towards the private field to the southwest. And the two I heard to the north are not gobbling much at all, and I think there's one behind me, past the hen, way off. We got some geese way down the creek. Hopefully they'll fly around and all. Oh, shoot. There's that bird gobble over there. That's the closest one I've heard. So the birds that are gobbling the most are the one that's to to the west, across the creek, up on the ridge somewhere. He just gobbled again. And the other one that's gobbling the most is to the south, the one that's in a hollow somewhere. I can't tell exactly where it is. If I go to the east where that one bird gobbled that was close, I can get up on the next ridge over and have a good vantage point. But he's not hot. He only gobbled once, but I'm tempted to go across the creek to the west because that bird's been gobbling a lot. I can ease off this point down to the left into the creek bottom and cross the creek, and then follow this little hollow up around to the top of that ridge where I can stay covered. If nothing comes of that this morning, after a couple hours or so, or whatever I decide, I come back up this finger and walk back the way I came up to the higher ridge, and then that other bird that only gobbled one time was over there, and he wasn't very far. I think he was the next hollow over from this one here. So that's my plan B. And then plan C is coming back towards the truck. Wherever that echoing gobbler is, way down there somewhere. That's plan C on the way back. He's gobbled about 5 times. I can't tell if he's halfway up the ridge or if he's all the way up on top. He's gobbled about 5 times and it sounds like he's on the ground now. So I gotta cut some distance. He hasn't answered me yet, but he has gobbled just a few times on the ground. That's the first time in like 20 minutes that he gobbled. The woods are so quiet right now, I'm stopping to listen pretty often. This finger comes down, and there's a saddle right there, and then there's the end of the point is down that way. I think the bird is down that way. He's gobbled randomly once in a while, but still hasn't answered my call. He's gobbled a handful of times in the past 10 minutes or so, and I can't even get it on record because there's no warning. He just gobbles when he wants, and he won't answer my call. He went quiet after the last series of cuts. I'm up on the point where that gobbler, he was off the side of it, but I'm out towards the end of the point. So I'm pretty close to where the bird was. But he's been quiet for a while, and I took a little nap, so he never woke me up or anything. My bird just gobbled. He's way down that way. I'm sitting here finishing up a Cliff Bar, debating which way I'm going to go down the hill to go back towards my plan B. And he's not close, but I just heard him. He's on down. That's the first time he's answered me. So I'm here. That bird is gobbling somewhere over here. So I came from north to south down, and you see that little saddle there. I just came up onto this knob and come down to that saddle and kind of follow the terrain out towards this little point out here. He's gobbling pretty good on his own now. Yeah, he's still a good ways down there. There's some fresh scratch in here. He was probably here earlier this morning. It looks like it was multiple birds. I'm hoping he's alone right now. Something just ran away down there. Sounds like it has 2 legs. Like a turkey. I wish I could have seen what that was. Last I heard him gobble, I was just over that side of the hill. And he sounded like he was just over this side of the hill, but maybe down a ways. But I walked up on something right here that ran off, and it sounded, I never could see it, but it sounded just like a turkey running away. Now I would think I'd bumped him, but that's not where I think he was. Unless the sound is really playing with my head, he sounded a lot farther away. So it's 10:35. That bird first fired up at 10 o'clock. And I bumped about 10 minutes ago. I don't know if that was the same bird. The more I think about it, the more I think that may have been the bird that I bumped, whatever it was that ran off. I'm going to give it till at least 11 o'clock and sit here and listen, maybe call once more. If he doesn't fire back up within half an hour, I'm going to probably just backtrack and start prospecting, looking for another bird. Might need to shed a couple layers. It's finally starting to warm up. But I'm gonna go hit those ridges back where I came in from and see if I can get anything to gobble. Try to strike one up. There's a turkey right down the hill putting. I can't see it. I can hear him walking in the leaves. He just gobbled, but he has moved away. He's not coming this way. At least I don't think so. I'm not sure what this bird's up to, but I just heard drumming. He's either going to get impatient, come up here, or he's going to get bored and leave. I'm just going to let him do his thing. I'm not going to really talk to him now. He's right here, y'all. I can hear him walking now. He just waiting to strut. I can't see him. Oh shoot. Doesn't get any better than that. My first Alabama bird. Good 2-year-old bird. Can't wait to measure and see how long he is. We'll take him back to camp. See how the boys are doing. Thank you, Lord. Way to freaking make up for last weekend. Couldn't find a dang bird last weekend. He didn't want to cooperate early, but sure enough, just like the book says, right about 10 o'clock he fired up. They don't always do it perfect like that, but usually 10, 11, 12 is a good time to catch one lonely like that. And he fired up and answered the calls. And when he went quiet, I thought for sure I spooked him because something was right here. And it could have been him. He's a 2-year-old. He's probably a pretty dumb bird. Found me an old school Dr. Pepper bottle, 6.5 ounces. Well, nobody's back at camp yet. It was worth the 3-mile walk back there. I did 6.1 miles. It's not. I was planning on walking further to find one, but it was worth it. You can see how long he is. 0 is right there. You go over the top like that?
Yeah, pretty much over the top of the back.
44.5.
Oh,
Almost
Fred, I think
45.
Fred called it.
Yeah, you're right on the money, Fred. I was saying 42.
So I get to kill a bird now, huh?
Yep.
That's what I win, to kill a bird?
You get to go. You better get going.
Yeah.
Go down where that guy told you. Close to camp, and maybe you'll get one. I bet you kill one tomorrow. Let's see what he weighs. He's gonna think about it, but he's pretty heavy. I say he's close to 20. He might be. He might break 20. Can you see? Am I holding it still?
Yeah, I got you.
About just under 20. I'll say 19.
Nearest hand to him before he finally broke was about 30, 40 yards.
Yeah.
And I started keying at her, and she was keying back.
She
And
was
then
still
I-
right out in front of us, though, when
Yeah.
you shot him. I mean, he couldn't see her anymore, but he could hear
Right.
her right there. I
Yeah.
could hear her scratching. So.
Keyed at her, and she yelped back pretty aggressive at one time. And then I started Jake yelping, and he came in.
And Jake started yelping after a while, too.
Yep.
So he was with a whole flock of turkeys.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you called down in there 3-4 times and never responded, and then finally we could.
How long is he?
I don't know. We ain't measured him.
Mine's 44.5.
You got a tape measure?
Yeah. It's a little rusty.
That's a tape measure.
Yeah.
She's like right down the spine.
Oh, he's about 45.
Oh, no.
Right at
I don't think
45.
that one's going to stand very long.
You're at a disadvantage because you had a 2-mile walk out.
Yeah, that's right.
He shrunk on the way out.
shrunk on
They
you.
shot one by the
It
truck.
didn't feel like he shrunk. It felt like he grew on the way back
Somebody
out.
slipping lead weights in you.
Yeah.
These are pretty turkeys down here. Good luck today, Fred.
Nah, I bumped something.
Did you?
Yeah, it was probably like 15 yards from me. And
Oh,
I couldn't
dang.
tell where it was. It was a male bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a Jake or a Tom.
Oh.
It flew back this way.
Oh.
Maybe I'll sleep in and I'll let you know if he gobbles on the roof tomorrow morning. You go into my spot because I don't feel like going in there.
Well, I had to cross the creek and I wanted to be on this side of the creek.
I'm headed down the road. I'm a little closer to camp, not really that close, but it's a straightforward drive over here. Meeting up with Jacob Myers from the Southern Outdoorsman. He said that he found a whole bunch of sign yesterday.
Yes, 625.
peep yet. Dude, whipping that camera out. I'm just walking through the woods. I almost stepped on this cool looking stick.
Oh, that is a super good one.
Yeah.
That's from last year too. That's not even
Are
recent.
you sure?
Yeah, it's green on the bottom.
It's green?
Yep.
Oh, you're right, it is.
Because these deer over here.
So, we can't get a peep out of a turkey, so me and Jacob are just going to take a few minutes to do a couple circles around here, just in case that buck lost his other side up on this finger here. Well, no luck finding the other side, but no complaints either. I think we talked about going back to camp, but I'm thinking a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sounds better. We may go into town, get some cell service, actually maybe make a post to Instagram, because I haven't been on internet for a day and a half, but we're gonna go into town and get some breakfast and do a little updating there on social media, and then head back. We're probably gonna head back to this spot or somewhere close by later in the morning and try to find us a lonely bird here.
See, he'll try to get aggressive with you, but they will absolutely not bite.
Yeah, look at him.
No, he's gonna act like he's hot. He's gonna act like he's hot stuff.
He's coming right up to me.
Yes, but he won't bite you. I promise you.
I see him getting all angry.
No, but see, he's pooping on himself. He's musking.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't gonna
See,
catch
watch
him.
him.
Because
See,
when
he'll act like he's. I'm telling you.
that musk, that's why I won't pick him up anymore, because that musk.
Yeah.
Alright, we are just going to work our way back towards camp because I really got to pack up and hit the road if I want to get home before dark. Alright y'all, I got camp all packed up and I'm hitting the road now. It's been an awesome weekend. Honestly, went better than I thought. I would have been happy just to have a bird answer the call, work a bird, you know. Had a great time hanging out at camp with the boys from THP and my buddy Fred. And of course, hunting this morning with Jacob. I'll put everybody's social media, Instagram, or YouTube channels, whatever they got. I'll put that in the description below so you can check everyone out. And thanks to the boys over at THP for letting me crash a party. The plan was to set up my own camp and just go hang out with them for a little bit, but it turns out they're all paid campsites and they were full. So there was no room for me, so they let me pitch a tent with them. So I had a great time hanging out at camp. And looking forward to this weekend. Tennessee opens. I can't wait. I don't know about y'all in Tennessee, but stay tuned for opening weekend in Tennessee, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.